From the Flock of Birds production studio, it's time for the Mountaineer Ramble with your hosts, John Covey Cole, Michael Covey, and Jack Kincaid. Now, let's join the guys and talk Mountaineer football.
Third down, West Virginia, 40% on the year. This is a deep ball down the sideline, and it's Shelton Gibson bringing it in. First and goal once again, opening play of this game. On the ground, Shell picking his way. Touchdown! Is it a delay calling or otherwise?
I think it's both.
Howard, loads of time, down the middle, even more room. Shelton Gibson across the 35. And Crawford, the speedster running back, finds a crease. Crawford off to the races. Came up to him and said, look, you're too small. He hasn't been. Neither is Crawford. Into BYU territory and a first down. Howard, dancing in the pocket. Gets it out for Shell. He changes direction. Shell inside the 5. What a run by Russell Shell. Right back there. Shell puts his head down and in. Touchdown, West Virginia. West Virginia didn't have its best defense out there for Youngstown State as they rush Hill again. It is intercepted. Picked off by West Virginia's Rasul Douglas. And he is gone. When we hear about Hill, down the sideline, long ball for Howard, and he has Shelton Gibson all the way inside the 10-yard line. Gibson down at the bottom. Howard under pressure, finds space. Skylar Howard scores! Touchdown, West Virginia! Thank you, Chris. Kennedy McCoy again in space, and he lays the wood. Oh my goodness, did McCoy put the hurt on decent percentage here of his career so far. Big third down. Howard down the middle. He's got a man. Shelton Gibson with a flag down inside the 10-yard line. First and goal. Howard play fake. On the roll, wide open. Touchdown to Keel Shorts. From the 5-yard line, Shelton Gibson, who's had a big day. Gibson finds a seam. Gibson keeps his feet, and Shelton Gibson just outside the 40-yard line is with Taysom Hill, who's got it in his hands and throws it too high and intercepted. Picked off by Jeremy Tyler. Now for West Virginia. Crawford on the run. Crawford breaking tackles. Crawford inside the 10 and inside the 5. Hill. A lot of time. Looking for Hefo on the adjustment. And it's picked off by Fleming.
Hey, what's up, guys? Interesting week, but we did get the win, as you guys just seen. I'm John Covey Cole. Got Michael Covey to my right, Jack Kincaid to my left. Welcome to the Mountaineer Ramble. Guys, we got a win. That's about all I could say about it.
Snuck out.
I'll take it.
Y'all turn the lights off when you leave, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you know, there was a lot of things I seen that I liked and a lot of things I seen that I didn't like. Ultimately, though, like we just said, you know, we got the win. Mm-hmm. Skylar Howard went 31 for 40, 332 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. 11 rushes, 27 yards, and a touchdown, which isn't bad. He's throwing 77% in that game alone, which is pretty good. And if he can keep that up going into the Big 12 this week, I think we got a pretty good chance to take care of business.
Yeah.
Not a bad week. Like every week, probably the worst thing there is your turnovers.
Yeah.
You're not going to get by with that in the Big 12.
Right.
That's going to cost a game. So
I think that's a lot of the reason why we won Saturday was because we beat them in the turnover ratio. You know, they had 4, we had 2. But, you know, like you said, though, you start playing them upper echelon teams.
Yeah, Oklahoma and Baylor's, we get by with that kind of stuff.
You better not give them any.
Wow.
Hey,
It's bold.
He must be one of the guys voting for the top 25.
Of course he is.
hey.
Hey,
Ain't no question
hey,
but he is.
you know, rushing and staying consistent. You know, Justin Crawford, he was our leading rusher this week.
Oh, yeah.
9 rushes, 86 yards, 3 receptions,
Nasty.
36 yards.
Nasty.
Loving the guy.
Hateful.
Hateful.
Bigot.
So angry.
Throwing dudes around.
Love it.
See him kick a baby once.
And still Russell Shell's rusher.
Crushed the dude's shoulder out there. How about that?
And then ran for 2.
That was a beast.
The guy's got a family.
She might have other plans now that he's down and out. I don't know. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of other people that might. Anyway, Russell Shell, you know, he had 11 rushes for 35 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 receptions for 22 yards. So even though he didn't run the ball, this is kind of like last year with him and Wendell Smallwood.
Mm-hmm.
He's not getting a lot of yards all the time, but he's getting the work done when it needs to get done.
Yeah.
And that's all I want from him. I've seen some dancing out of him Saturday that I'm not a big fan of. But it seemed like he tightened up in the second half and was hitting the hole a lot better.
He hit the hole
He did.
rather hard.
Shelton Gibson, 4 receptions. 4 receptions.
144 on the day.
144
Oh, dang. Oh, yeah. That
A
guy.
long of 51.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
It's
dude
just
and
feeling it.
feeling it.
Feeling it. Feels good.
DeKill Shorts, 5 receptions and a touchdown.
You got a receiver core that turned in 332 yards.
Yeah,
combined.
totally.
And you got coach giving them props, talking about the confidence growing, liking spreading the ball around. I mean, a couple seasons ago we had the 3-headed backs monster,
Right.
and looks like we've got the
I heard somebody
6 or 7-headed
actually-
receiver monster now.
Oh, he was dangerous.
my friends on In the Huddle with JT Thomas, you guys check that out. They were calling Shelton Gibson, DeKill Shorts, and Karan White the 3 amigos, which is kind of cute, you know. There's so many weapons there. I seen Gary Jennings was getting involved. Javon Durant finally got him some work
yeah.
going on, you know.
Danced away from them.
Whoa.
The thing is, the best thing that I saw earlier on in preseason, we were talking, they had a really bad day at practice. Coach was cutting them up. Happy went crazy on them, and really was saying the effort was down. And what you see now is a bit of swagger, but mainly a lot of confidence in what could be what they're talking about, saying is the best receiver core in the Big 12.
I believe so.
I ain't saying
could
much,
be.
but all right,
Could be.
let's go.
Well, I mean,
Hey, let's
Big
go.
12 is
I like it.
Big 12 is always
Exactly,
known
yeah.
for being a passing league, and if they want to say we got the best receivers in the
Let's
in
play
the
a Big
League,
12 team first, and then we'll start making.
Sure, you're
accusations.
right.
that's
But
true.
I like my receivers with some swag.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Straight up.
Oh yeah.
I keep waiting for him to throw a flag on Shelton Gibson.
Oh, because he do get
he
mouthy.
said
He said,
all
say
the time.
something. Say something
Every
else.
game I see him, he's like, yeah, go ahead. And the ref's been cool with him. Defense is playing good. Maurice Fleming, you know, his interception at the end of the game. Kind of luck of the draw, but we'll take it. I mean,
Well, I'd flip that. I wouldn't say they're playing good. What I would say is they're making big plays.
yeah,
Which
when they need to
totally
make a play,
say-
they're making a play.
Totally saved our boat.
Yeah.
You know,
Rasul Douglas, he got an interception for pick six.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time we had a pick six. Can you guys?
Well, I can't remember the last time in 3 games I've seen that many balls tipped up on defense that
know,
we've had a
right?
chance at.
Yeah.
Things like that. I remember Mike Lorello in that era. Those guys did that.
Yeah.
And they were undersized for a defense, but they caused havoc. Some of those, it was one of the last Big East years.
Yeah.
And it was really an asset because, you know, we would turn people over, totally frustrate their schemes, and really get the defense on and off, you know, when we needed to.
Right.
You know?
And that's crucial. You know, your offense isn't always going to be, you know, we were 6 and 12 on third down Saturday. But like you said, you know, the defense was there when we needed them.
Well, and
Singing to us, I'll be there.
And what I wrote, you know, you've got, to me, defense for 3 downs is invisible, and we started playing when we're backed against the wall. You can't give teams like BYU 521 yards of total offense.
That was a lot.
Cannot do it.
And-
And won't get away with that against your Big 12 opponents.
No.
I wasn't happy with the penetration.
I wasn't happy with the rushing yards. 280. They rushed the 280 yards on us.
And what you see pretty good gap control, but linebackers are getting picked up and either not shedding, not winning one-on-one situations and making the tackle, or they seek in on the tackle and it's broken. So
I'm ready to hear.
It's problematic.
I'm ready to hear a little bit more about Justin Arndt. You know, we heard about him first game.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard his name called in a
Justin
couple weeks.
Arndt there.
I didn't know. Jeremy Tyler got an interception as well.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? Michinoku.
No, but Wachaku.
That's him.
Yeah, what's good? Jack loves saying that.
I think he got the interception.
Oh
on
man,
the
Wachaku's boy.
Yeah.
he got the interception on the 2-point conversion, wasn't it?
I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, red zone, we went 4 for 5. They went 5 for 5, which that I do not like. I want to be able to stop them in the red zone.
Definitely.
But all in all, you know, a win's a win.
Hey, you know, key turnovers. WVU escaped Landover. A merciless place to play, but WVU picks up a win. Another team I know and is near and dear picks up a win. So.
Yeah, he's getting that Redskin plug in here this week.
And-
They got him a win finally.
And for a little crossover there, we got Skyler. I'm pretty critical on Skyler this week, but Skyler with a homage to Mr. Kirk Cousins. You like that. So, hey, keep playing like...
Is that where that come from?
Yeah,
where that
I
comes
seen
from.
that. And
Yeah,
I was like, look at all that swag here.
Yep.
I do like that, Skylar. Keep it up, son.
Keep it up. Keep it up, buddy.
Guys, there's the wrap-up against BYU. Mountaineers are 3-0. We'll take a quick commercial break. Come right back with Mikey's Fun Bits.
Mm-hmm.
The Mountaineer Ramble, sponsored in part by El Mariachi, Mexican restaurant and cantina on Airport Road in Beaver. Open 7 days a week, offering a mouth-watering array of delicious Mexican cuisine. Stop by and see Jay and Jose, and you'll see for yourself why El Mariachi was voted the best Mexican restaurant in southern West Virginia. El Mariachi will spice up your day.
All right, guys. Most of y'all probably seen this play already, but this past week, Drew Bowen, pretty nasty one-handed catch. Charleston native. Check it out.
Yeah, that was a lovely play, man. Can't wait to see this guy on the team traveling with us and what have you next week.
See him on
next
Saturdays.
year. I've seen a lot of one-handed catches in the last couple of years. You mentioned it earlier. Odell Beckham started the trend.
Yep.
But that was
one of the best I've seen.
I can't been that way. If I move like that, you tell you what, you're gonna have to call somebody.
Yeah, call a gynecologist. I got an
Get me
alpha
out of
knee
here.
in my back.
Count the rings.
So guys, Big 12 is in full effect next weekend. We had a couple games this past weekend. Oklahoma State and Baylor had a shootout, and Baylor won 35-24. Who some might, wow. Some people might say Oklahoma State should be undefeated. They're not. Now they have 2 losses under their belt, and Baylor is still undefeated, along
with us.
Along with us.
Top the Big 12.
Top the Big 12. And, we start off next week. We have Kansas State. A couple other key matchups in the Big 12 next week. You got Texas and Oklahoma State. I don't know who's going to win that. That's what I love about the Big 12. You don't know what anybody's really got until they start playing Big 12 ball.
Or care.
Or care, exactly. Oklahoma and TCU. Who would you root for in that one?
Mountaineers.
Maybe a rain delay.
Yeah.
Think about it, boys. Realistically, you want your conference to do well, because as it sets right now, if we win out, it's not looking good. We're not even in the AP top 25 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma's out of the picture right now. They got 2 losses. TCU's still 21, Texas 22, Baylor's 13. That's it. That's what we got. And if these guys are, I was telling somebody the other day, what I would like to see happen, Baylor keeps winning, we keep winning. December 3rd or 5th,
Oh,
Big 12 championship game right there. I mean, nobody else is going to be in the picture. You know, the winner takes all, so to speak.
The only real aspect you have in there for me that I got anything for is we keep winning.
yeah,
We will.
that sounded good.
You know, I mean, it's a fundamental thing. I don't get bent out of shape about the polls. I really don't care. I think it's something to keep sports writers employed and and seem interesting.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
You know, you keep winning. You keep doing the small things that make you
It'll pay off
viable
in the
in
end.
games. It pays off
Yep.
in the end. So
Work itself out.
I don't have anything for these guys.
Since we're already on the subject of the polls, gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. I know we haven't got to your disappointment of the week yet, Jack, but I'm disappointed myself.
Oh man,
We're still not in the top 25.
Hey, boy, we getting there.
Yeah.
We're getting there, and I know we're going to continue to. If we continue to win, it'll take care of itself. I'm aware of this.
Well, I mean, it's a pretty good reason we're not there. I mean, you can't put Baylor there, or if you do, they're at the back end. They're going to vote us under them because Baylor has a conference win now. We're both 3-0.
Baylor's beat SMU, Rice, Northwestern State, and Oklahoma State.
Who and who?
Exactly. I mean, Oklahoma State really.
Yeah, Cowboys.
What really kills me is Miami being ranked 14th. They're 3-0, just like we are.
Mm-hmm.
They beat Florida A&M, Florida Atlantic, and Appalachian State.
Yeah, but
Come
you
on,
gotta think about it. In the end, end of the season, is any of it going to matter?
No,
is
it's not.
Miami going to have much better
It's
record
just-
than us? I mean, it's not. It's not going to matter anything.
But it's still something that gets my blood flowing because I messaged a guy there Sunday morning and I was all excited about the polls coming out. I'm like, so you think we're going to be 23? I actually made a Twitter poll. Said, where do you think the Mountaineers are going to be ranked? 25, 24, 23? I figured they'd at least give that to us.
Mm-hmm.
No. Texas, they got a loss against Cal. They're 2-1 right now. Lost against Cal by 7 points. They beat Notre Dame, but that's not credible.
No.
That's fool's gold,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was when they did it, but here's
Yeah.
the thing to think about: Texas has more money than God,
Yeah.
and
This is true.
That speaks. So, look, man, we're
talks,
3-0.
You think Charlie Strong might be in trouble? You think Les Miles going to come take his job?
Oh. Eat up all the Texas grass.
Eat up all the Texas.
Oh boy!
Wherever Les
Oh,
Miles
boy.
does go, guys, I guarantee he's not going to go to an artificial field.
No. Really. You ever tasted that?
No, but I'm sure Les probably has on an away game or something.
Oh,
Boise State's
boy.
another one that upsets me. They're ranked 24th. They beat Washington State and Oregon State.
Hey, speaking of Boise State, I wonder how Les would like chewing on that bluegrass.
Hey, a little bluegrass. Might be good for his diet. I don't
Ron
know.
Stanley? Where's he at?
My lovely wife is from Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia's ranked 25. 3-1. Ole Miss, they beat them. Or Ole Miss beat them. Which I give you, Ole Miss is looking good. They're the only 2-loss team left inside of the top 25 right now, and I think it's justified for them to be there. But
Yeah, I mean, you can make an argument for
Yeah.
them. I'd drop them out, but okay.
they beat Missouri by, I can't remember how much it was. Or no, wait. Yeah, they beat Missouri.
By one?
Maybe. I can't remember what it was. But we beat Missouri. I know we ain't played an Ole Miss, but we're undefeated. I could go on about this all night, guys. It really grinds
Yeah,
my gears,
yeah.
and I'm not going to.
Well, I mean, think about it. You got Baylor with 4 wins.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that, one of our wins you could say is quality now.
Yeah.
You might make an argument for 2. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, it
but
comes-
a definite one.
Okay, definite one. You can throw off 3 of theirs and say they're not quality wins, and they've got 1 quality in conference win. So
Right.
that puts them. I think it only put them up to like 26 in the AP, and like we're at 26 in the coaches, and we're 29th in the AP. Look,
It'll come. I know it'll come,
yeah,
Jack.
week 4.
I know it's coming.
Whatever.
I don't know if it's the Covey coal in my blood or what, but
It ain't that.
What is it?
That's why they release these polls.
To drive people like me
To give
nuts.
college football fans something to talk about from Sunday to Friday.
Okay.
Get people all hooked up.
Okay,
We go in there and wipe the floor with Kansas State. We gonna be ranked next week?
sure.
I believe it.
Can't help
I,
from it.
I do believe so.
Are we overranked? Do they hate us that much?
Yeah, I think they do. I'll tell you what, guys. there's a look at the AP Top 25. Like I said, we could talk about this all night.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and move along. We'll be right back with Crackback Jack's Disappointment of the Week.
Welcome back, fans. This is Crackback Jack's Disappointment of the Week. So, beating out LSU Time Lord Les Miles for the Disappointment of the Week is our very own quarterback, Skylar Howard, with his fourth quarter ankle fumble, which sent me into that rare air of springing off the couch and not really knowing whether I was having a stroke or I just couldn't vocalize all the expletives in my head. So, roll that beautiful bean footage.
Now BYU's caught. 2 timeouts remaining. And a snap comes. Howard wasn't ready for it. Shades of Auburn.
I understand, guys, that miscues happen, but you can't have them happen then.
Oh, man.
If that's the first, second quarter,
that's some words for it.
Oh, Skylar Tyler. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming completely Skylar. It was a mixture between him and Orlovsky both.
Yeah.
Miscommunication.
All right.
I blame Skylar.
All right. Okay, and I'll go with that as far as Tyler Orlovsky's hand was on the ball during that play. Okay, I think he proved his case afterwards, and if there wasn't anything but yes, sir, and I did wrong, I'm pretty sure you would have seen Tyler Orlovsky strangle a dude because he was that mad.
Yeah.
I was that mad. I mean, literally, I've seen, and look, I said I was critical on Skylar this week. He had a pretty good game.
Yeah.
Pretty good game. I like what he's doing. He's got some swag about him. Everything seems to be gelling, but things like that are so critical. I've seen this dude.
You can't have it happen.
Literally mid-snap, walk up, take a knee, drop a play on an imaginary dry erase, come over. He's seen a coverage. He's done things that you really... really a lot of us take for granted, because, we get hung up on his downsides.
Right.
But, that's the reason as a Mountaineer fan you can never expect nice things. That's another reason why these polls don't confront me in the George Thorogood sense of the term.
Come down, yeah.
I drink alone.
Yeah. With everybody else. I drank drinking everybody. Listen, I drank as a drink. But all jokes aside, that can't happen.
No.
Especially, when we start getting into the Big 12 conference games. I don't feel like we won. I feel like they lost that game because we lost it right there. They drove down the field. All they did was a field goal to tie it. Went for the home run ball. Fleming.
And again, defense is backed up against
Yeah,
the wall
they
and makes a big play.
Amen.
So I don't feel like giving them the compliment. I give it to the defense. They went in and pulled us out of the breach.
They did, and much obliged, gentlemen. Much
Yes, sir.
obliged. Keep it up, But anyway, guys, there's our disappointment for the week. Jack, well played. It was very, very disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, Orlovsky on the sideline, he was hot.
With you, Tyler.
Just saying.
Yeah.
You like that? You like that?
Yeah.
But anyway, let's go ahead and check in with Chris Meadows with the high school ramble, see how things are going in high school football.
Hey folks, Chris Meadows here for the High School Ramble, and now that we're halfway through the season, there are teams that are starting to vie for playoff position and for home field advantage. In Class AAA, Martinsburg is a dominating 5-0 and holds nearly a point over 4-0 Hurricane. In the area, Princeton is sitting just out of home field with a 9 spot. Greenbrier East is clinging to that number 15, tied with Ripley. Woodrow's sitting at 22, and while not mathematically out of the playoffs, it's going to be tough because they are in the toughest division in high school football, the MSAC. In Class AA, there are many more area teams in the hunt, with James Monroe at number 3, and my Nicholas County Grizzlies are at number 6. And oh, by the way, the Grizzlies travel to James Monroe this Friday. You can check out the action on 105kqv.com or the old-fashioned way at 105.5 FM. In other playoff rankings, Independence comes in at number 12, and the Raiders of Liberty Raleigh are hanging out at number 15. In Class Single A, Fayetteville is 7th, Summers County is 9th, and Mount View is just out of the hunt at 20. Midland Trail sits at 22. This week's highlight games are Musselman at Morgantown, Liberty Raleigh at Riverside, Greenbrier East at University, and locally George Washington visits Woodrow. In AA, Independence travels to Clay County. Shady, who got their first win last week, they play Oak Hill, who is looking for their first win as well, and Parkersburg South travels to Point Pleasant. In Single A, Pikeview travels to Fayetteville, and someone has to win at Meadow Bridge as they host Valley Fayette. Gilmer County travels to Midland Trail, Webster County visits Summers County, and Richwood travels to Van. But the big one, it is St. Mary's visiting Williamstown. That's a big matchup. And folks, that's it. I'm Chris Meadows, and that was the High School Ramble.
Well, there you have it, guys. Thanks, Chris. We always appreciate your insight on high school football, brother. A lot of boys out there playing hard, and it's good to know that you follow them, keeping up with what they're doing. Guys, you have any questions about high school football? Shoot Meadows a tweet at Meadows on Twitter. You can get us at WVU Ramble, of course. Anyway, guys, this week we start Big 12 play against Kansas State. They are 2-1. They got a loss to Stanford, which is a pretty credible loss in my opinion.
Yeah.
Stanford's looking really good.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad.
Yeah. You got that one guy, McCaffrey, yeah.
They got that guy that played quarterback.
His daddy was real good. I done watched him in that one Super Bowls.
Oh, not Superdome. I've seen that Superdome too.
You mentioned 2-1 on the record. You've got 4 straight conference wins over our Mountaineers. So let's do
something about that.
Let's break a string.
Where's Bruce Buffer when you need him?
Right.
It's time.
Right.
That sounded more like Vader, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah.
Now
Look
something to think about. The other 2 wins there are 2 wins in the season, and they have a bye week jinx like we did this year. 2 wins.
We got another one after Kansas State, right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
I made mention.
Anyway, go ahead.
There are 2 wins there. You got Florida Atlantic, and you've got Missouri State. So they called that game at half. So let's hope that Kansas State's back on their heels and we take them. We give them a Milan Puskar hello. Is what I like. We
got to keep an eye on a couple guys. Jesse Ertz, their quarterback, is Colin Klein type quarterback. Likes to run around. Remember that name?
He run around. I better hope he don't get
I
hurt.
remember that guy.
He likes to run around. He's got 25 rushes on the year for 145 yards. He hasn't thrown the ball a whole lot. He's only thrown the ball 55 times. But that's definitely something to keep an eye on. And given how much BYU rushed on us, they better be ready.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, we're number 2 in the Big 12 power ranking from ESPN. K-State's a 7. Solid 7 because they weren't expecting anything out of them this year. So nothing to take lightly.
No. And like you said, we're still waiting on that first win against them in the Big 12.
I think we got old Bill's number this year.
Oh, I say old Death's about got his number.
Old Reaper.
I'm going to knock the dust off you, old man.
Can you say something like that and then say no disrespect? Or are you supposed to say no disrespect first? Anyway, guys, I got a couple guys running the ball very effectively. Charles Jones, 21 rushes, 106 yards. And their fullback is getting a lot of rushes. He has 6 touchdowns. That being said, expect them to run the ball when they're in the red zone with their fullback.
You got to tighten that up.
Yeah, he's coming. We can counteract with a little Eli Wellman. He didn't do a whole lot last week. He had 1 catch, and that's about it. But whenever they call his number, he seems to be ready to go.
Picks and tips aren't going to save us this week.
No.
So we need some sledgehammer defense, boys.
That's exactly right.
Yes.
They got some receivers making plays, but for the most part, they are a running team. 8 receptions. Dominique Heath, number 4, 114 yards, 2 touchdowns. Obviously, I haven't written down everybody, but that's just some of the guys to keep an eye on. Their kicker, I don't think he's going to be a threat distance-wise. He's 2 for 4. He made 2 from 30, 39 yards, missed 2 for 40, 49. Which, I haven't watched the tape. It could have just, the wind could have been blowing a lot that day or something. I mean, the guy may have a leg on it. I don't know.
Everybody's got problems.
Yeah. Look at Mike Molina. And speaking of that, this week, guys, Josh Lambert, as far as I know, unless somebody has failed to tell me, is done with his suspension.
Back on the
Lambo's
active
coming
roster.
home.
So he's coming back. Like I said, I haven't read anything to contradict that. I haven't heard anybody say anything about it. I haven't heard Dana mention it. But I hope he's coming back because we didn't end up needing Molina last week. He kicked a couple extra points for us, which is great. He'll kick them all you want.
But Big 12 play starts?
Yeah, we need that.
Yeah,
We need that
come on,
long. What was that boom stash that we called
O'Toole?
O'Toole.
Yeah.
We need that boom kick.
Yeah.
Very
boom
true.
cut.
Very true.
Couple guys to keep an eye on for against Kansas State on defense. Elijah Lee, their linebacker. Duke Shelley, defensive back. Kendall Adams. DJ Reed. Their defensive tackle, Matt Seward. He's 3 tackles and an interception, so he must have got him a little tip ball action or something.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much Kansas State in a nutshell. They always play hard. Like you said, they played Stanford real close.
Play hard, well coached. 4-game win streak.
We're due, though. You said so before we started shooting. We are due.
Yeah.
And you guys you especially was kind of giving me a hard time about how I felt about the polls. I'm hoping that them boys in Morgantown are feeling somewhat of what I'm feeling. I'm sure Dana tells them, hey, don't worry about the polls, yada, yada, yada. But you know how you are as a kid. You want to be number 1.
My pick for that was indigestion. Okay, you're talking about like angst and anxiety and hatred, right?
Yes.
Maybe.
Dark side of the force.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah.
I hope them kids are eating it up and ready to come in there and make an impact.
Well, honestly, what have we done yet this year?
We haven't done a whole lot. We
Nothing.
we just snuck by BYU.
Yep.
Youngstown State, we went to the halftime with them tied up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'd be nice to. I think it's cliche and stupid and don't like to hear it, but they talk about signature wins. I don't want a signature win. I want you to go up there and lay a drunken dock worker beating on K-State. Not that I have any particular hate for K-State. I mean, nothing more, nothing less. I'd say I'm a well-wisher. I don't wish you any certain harm. But it's time. They wear purple. If that doesn't infuriate you, put them down.
Again with this purple.
I just can't. I just
I don't
can't.
get it.
I just can't.
They're not wearing yellow.
I
They're not
just
wearing
can't.
black.
This is what I think needs to happen, guys, for us to win Saturday. We need to rush the ball for at least 150 yards. That mixture.
Well, hell, you give it to Crawford 20 times, I think we get that.
Well, it depends on how he's playing. I mean, I guess Youngstown State, he didn't do so hot.
And I think I'm with you in sentiment. I don't care what the numbers are. I want to see Justin Crawford doing what he was doing last week.
Yeah.
Busting tackles, having fun out there.
Don't try so hard.
Right.
Like Dana
right.
said.
Like he said last week. He wasn't trying. He was just
out there playing,
he
having a
was
good
playing.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what he's got to do. Stay in that zone. Russell's going to get Russell.
Yeah.
Russell's going to rush.
Russell's going to be back there dancing.
We need to write a song. Russell will rush. Don't turn the ball over, guys. It's been
Please
pretty
don't.
good so
Please
far.
don't.
Please.
You guys have
Poor favor.
they have been very consistent about not getting in the backfield this year so far.
Yeah.
Obviously, Missouri, BYU. That's not some of the other teams we're going to be playing. But if they can keep people getting in the backfield and sacking Skylar Howard, we're going to be all right. Penalties, I've been real impressed with their penalties this year.
Yeah.
They're not getting in a lot of trouble.
They're pretty well composed. Yeah.
They are.
I'll say this, and this is probably the kiss of death, but I'm impressed with where their head is in the game to this point.
Yeah.
They've made mistakes. We've highlighted those mistakes. We've kvetched about those mistakes. But, it seems like they're doing it all going forward.
Yeah, let's move forward.
Exactly.
We know what we did wrong. Let's not do that again.
Right.
And let's go with some
Learn
Wildcat
from your
tail.
mistakes.
Right.
Bottom line, guys, the way to beat Kansas State, simply score more points than they did.
Bust them up.
Yeah, that's right.
I wouldn't mind if we go in there and hang 60 on them Saturday.
And I think we're capable of
We
that.
are. We are. If it all depends on if we decide to play ball for the full game or 2 quarters or.
Well, you saw last week, we were kind of getting loose there and playing, and you see the players having fun. Look, let's get the crowd this week. Win the crowd this week.
Yeah.
Let's get them. K-State doesn't travel exceptionally well. Don't give them a win.
That's because they got to have their nap and their warm milk.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, I'm talking about Coach Schneider.
Oh, easy now, easy. I could be mistaken, but this Saturday's game in Morgantown is Stripes Stadium.
It is Stripes Stadium.
Yep.
Kickoff's at 3:30. Jack says get there at 3:15. Don't worry about tailgating. Just show up.
Just don't be that guy that's in the section with the wrong shirt. Don't be that guy.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
Did you see the picture of the guy at the BYU game that had a Mountaineer hat on and a BYU shirt on?
Nah, but I
Yeah.
He looked all kind of confused.
I just try not
He
to.
looked so
Can I touch on
confused.
something for a moment?
Yeah, man.
Speaking of striping stadiums, Marshall tried to Saturday. Half that was red. Half of it was red. I enjoyed that.
I bet you had a lot of bandwagon riders there. So,
Yeah,
let's go
just-
watch Louisville with
yeah.
Marshall.
Lamar, I known him since he was a boy.
I will give Marshall this, though. They did seem to play them a little better than
Florida State did.
They
Yeah.
scored 32 on them,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
I
mean,
can't remember the exact score, but I know.
That really could have been a bloodletting.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
I
Up
thought
till
Marshall
half-
represented
up to
all right.
halftime, they was
Yeah.
right there with him.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, guys, this we're not going to do the Thunder and Turd Ramble. This is the Mountaineer Ramble. Jack, before we throw out our predictions for the score this weekend, why don't you go ahead and give these fine folk a trivia question?
Trivia question. All right. As we mentioned, K-State in the Big 12 era is 4-0 against West Virginia. But what is the current total win streak that K-State has, and who was president the last time WVU beat K-State?
good question.
That was a good
Very
question.
good question.
I ain't even going to try to win that one.
Mm-mm.
I might have to ask Mr. Google that one.
Yeah.
Well, guys, shoot us an email, mountaineerramble@gmail.com. Or get a hold of us on Twitter @WVURamble. Send us an answer in. Win jacuzzi. Not jacuzzi.
Oh, when
Win you a koozie. I need to enunciate a little bit
man, I was
better.
about to say, boy, I'm about to get this question right. Give me that jacuzzi.
Give me a jacuzzi.
There's an Eddie Murphy joke about that. I can't
Better
say it
get
on
hot
the air,
Too hot.
Ow!
though. Oh, boy.
Anyway, guys, I think that we beat Kansas State this weekend, and I think we beat them 45-6.
Okay.
That's what I think the score's going to be.
35-12.
Okay.
35-12.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to go 42-24.
Ooh.
Good guys.
Good guys.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll see what happens. Guys, there you have it. Week 4, here we come. Kansas State, be ready to go because you know them Mountaineer boys going to be ready to go. They're going to light them up, too. I can't tell you how many hits I've seen this past week, boys.
Did y'all see Kenny McCoy?
Oh,
That one right there?
he said, get off me,
Oh,
boy.
get out of
Big
here.
shot.
Get out of here.
Yeah, 3:30 at Mile and Puskar. If you're not doing anything, come watch the Mountaineers. Like it, share it, talk about it.
Even if you are doing anything, still just
Like it, sure.
Yeah, quit doing that. And
come on up.
It's nonsense, poopy pants. Anyway, guys, I'm John Covey Cole, Michael Covey, Jack Kincaid. Till next week, ramble on.